My wife Meredith and I have been living in this apartment for a little over a year. Because this is a rental property, it's not exactly what we would have chosen, but we've been doing our best to make it home. We just finally finished all the renovations and are getting things close to how we want them. So I thought it was time for a tour. When you walk in the door, there's a bowl right inside that we use to keep our wallets and keys in so that I don't lose them every week. We also have this stand thing that we keep some stuff in, mostly just cords and stuff like that, because there aren't really any closets throughout the house. Next to that is this trunk, which we call the coffin because, well, you know. We use it to store some things like my wife's one wheel and some blankets and sheets and things like that. Next, we have the entertainment center, which is just a TV and an Xbox One. Since we don't have cable, the Xbox is where we sign into Netflix and things like that. And yes, occasionally play some video games. Then we have this egg chair thing, which I think is a lot of fun. It's definitely a great place to just kind of curl up and read a book and relax. Above it, we have this hanging plant, which is kind of dying. I don't know what happened to it, and yeah, it's got Christmas lights on it still, so yeah. But I've always wanted to have a hanging plant, so I built this stand thing with just an extra piece of wood when I was doing construction, and I think it looks really cool if I could get the plant to stay alive. Then we have my guitar and my amp, which I've really been getting into more in the past couple months. Been trying to build up that skill again and just having a lot of fun. It's very relaxing to have. And then on the main wall, I guess, we have the couch. Now this couch, along with the fake plant and the light and actually the brick wallpaper and the piece of art, are all part of a set for a project that I'm working on, so I didn't actually pick them out and get them. Although they are more or less the style that we agree with, and it does add some character to the rest of the house, which would be pretty plain and sparse without them. This is also where I keep my one wheel. I use it as often as I can when it's warm out, so it's nice to have it out in the open, and there really aren't many other places for it. So then we go into the kitchen. So it originally looked like this when we moved in. Since then, it's come a long way. We painted the cabinets white. We made this concrete countertop, which I really like, although it is a little greener than I thought it would be. And we try to keep those countertops as clean as possible, but there are a few things that we have on them. Of course, we have my coffee setup, which is just a grinder, a kettle, and whichever method I'm using at the time. Right now, it's AeroPress. And then our knife set and a bowl for the insane amount of potatoes that I eat. And besides that, there is some type of plant or flower that's usually more short term just to add some color. But we are looking to find out what type of plant we can actually keep alive. We have dividers in most of our drawers, just trying to keep everything as organized as possible so random clutter doesn't accumulate. The sink has a strainer on one side, and we work pretty hard to try to never leave dishes out and just immediately either wash them and put them in the strainer or put them in the dishwasher, which we had to add when we were redoing the kitchen because I hate living without a dishwasher. On the side of the fridge, we have a little sticky thing that we've been using to meal plan. It saves us time having to decide what to do every day, and it also saves us time going to the grocery store because we always know exactly what we need. And then off the kitchen, we have this space, which is kind of like a closet that we keep all of our shoes in and coats and jackets. Off the kitchen is Meredith's office. Definitely kind of torn apart right now as she's kind of decluttering some things and boxing some other stuff up. So I'm just going to kind of not show too much of that. And then off the kitchen, the other direction is our bathroom with the washer dryer in it. Nothing really crazy here. It's just pretty straightforward. It's a bathroom. So you might notice that we don't have a kitchen table. That's because for pretty much every meal, when we're watching TV, or even when I'm doing voiceovers, we choose just to sit on the floor. It's what we've done all the time, even when the couch is over here. So that's just kind of what we do. As you go up the stairs, you have our office, our bedroom, and then this spare room, which I am just finally finishing up painting and refinishing. We haven't really had a need for another room, so it's pretty much been empty since we got here. In the hall, we've had this dresser thing, which we used when we first got here, but since we've decluttered a few more times, it's actually empty right now, so we're just looking to get rid of it. As you go into my office, you have my desk, my couch, and then my closet, and that is mostly it. On my desk are just a few things. Most of them were actually sent to me. I have this mat that I keep my laptop on and my coffee usually in the morning. I have this pen which I've really enjoyed using as opposed to just having a bunch of pens all over the place. This, along with the mat and the headphones holder, was sent to me by a company called GrooveMade, not a sponsor, but I really like it. And it's just this fake plant, which again, I would like to replace with a real one at some point. My day planner that I use every day, and this light. And then in this closet thing is where I keep all my gear, and then my ever-growing globe of subscribers, which you can comment down below. To get on the globe, I need to get more pins for that. On the shelves, I have my next few books that I'm in the middle of reading, and then just things like my tripod, batteries, extra lens, a few microphones. And then on the bottom shelf is my shark, my do less sign, which I really like, and then of course my battle ready sword for opening random stuff that people send me. I hang my backpack in the side, and then in the bottom is a bunch of stuff that's actually just props for a set. I don't actually use them, but I can't get rid of them because they're not mine, so they just sit there. And then I just keep all my lights and tripods on the other side. I also have this whiteboard that I really like to just keep track of my videos and write random stuff down. As we go into the bedroom, the main thing is the bed. It's a bed. We actually have the room situated this way because of the major slopes in the floor. We have to have my dresser and the bed centered so that they don't like slant to the side and look like they're going to tip over, because there's like a couple inch difference between the middle of the room and the sides of the room. And it's like this throughout most of the house. On the nightstand, I have a lamp and the book that I am currently reading. That is it. All the drawers are empty. I just don't like having stuff over there. My wife, on the other hand, is not really a minimalist, so hers is a little more filled than mine. Both me and Meredith share a closet, so my shirts are pretty much in the front there, and then the rest are hers. Because we live in New England and the weather is all over the place, we keep our winter stuff in bins in the bottom of our closet. And then I keep my pants and stuff in this dresser thing here, and Meredith keeps hers and a few other things in the pull-out drawers underneath the bed. So I hope this can encourage some of you guys that, things don't have to be perfect in the white walls and the minimalist, aesthetic. It's like finding the balance and what is right for you. Meredith's not a minimalist, I am. We've kind of tried to find some middle ground where it's not quite as extreme as I like it to be, maybe, but it's good for her, and we found less stress as we get rid of more stuff, and it's kind of like a journey. It's an ongoing thing. But if you did enjoy this, don't forget to subscribe. I have some cool stuff coming in the future. Thank you for everybody who's been watching, and I'll see you next week.